An art gallery is usually a quiet, formal place, white walls, polished floors, and artworks hung with precision. But step into a Rirkrit Tiravanija exhibition and you might find yourself in a kitchen surrounded by people eating and talking. Instead of passive observation, he invites you to take part. But before we move on, make sure you're subscribed. There's plenty more art to discover in upcoming videos, so you don't want to miss out. Tiravanija has spent decades challenging the expectations of art. His piece, Free from 1992, transformed a gallery into a communal dining space where he cooked and served rice and curry at no cost. There were no paintings or sculptures, just food and conversation. The simplicity of the act belied its impact. This approach upended conventional ideas about what art could be. Some critics dismissed it as not being art at all, but for him the experience itself was the artwork. The gallery became a space of interaction rather than observation, shifting the focus from objects to relationships. Tiravanija was born in Buenos Aires in 1961 to Thai parents. His father was a diplomat, and his childhood was spent moving between Ethiopia, Thailand, and Canada. Later, he studied art in the United States. This was an upbringing that made him accustomed to shifting between cultures. His artistic breakthrough came almost unintentionally. In 1990, while preparing for a gallery show, he found himself uninterested in creating physical works. Instead, he decided to cook pad Thai for visitors. The gesture was simple yet unexpected. People entered expecting art and left having shared a meal. This wasn't a rejection of art, but a rethinking of what it could be. Food is a fundamental human experience, something that transcends language and background. Tiravanija's work resists definition. It exists somewhere between performance, installation, and social practice. His 1996 piece, untitled Tomorrow is Another Day, went even further. Instead of creating an exhibition, he reconstructed his own apartment inside a gallery and left it open 24/7. Visitors could cook, sleep, and host gatherings. Unlike paintings or sculptures, his pieces don't exist in a fixed form. A meal disappears as soon as it's eaten. A conversation lasts in our memory, yet the impermanence is what makes them significant. While Tiravanija's work often feels casual and inviting, it carries strong political undertones. In 2010, Who's Afraid of Red, Yellow and Green addressed the political divisions in Thailand by serving curries in the colors of the country's rival factions. They were red for anti-government protesters, yellow for monarchy supporters, and green for the military. As visitors ate, artists covered the gallery walls with drawings of past protests. This was a reflection of Thailand's turmoil. The act of sitting together and eating became symbolic. Could people with opposing views share a table? Could a simple act like eating help break down political barriers? But not all of Tiravanija's work revolves around food. In 2015, at the Venice Biennale, he addressed labor and capitalism with Never Work. Thousands of bricks were stamped with the phrase "never work" in Chinese characters, an ironic commentary on labor and survival. The bricks, usually associated with construction and industry, now carried a subversive message. Visitors could purchase them, and the money went to an organization supporting workers' rights. Tiravanija's art is in many ways about rethinking how we live. This philosophy led him to co-found the Land Foundation in Thailand, a communal space where artists and locals explore sustainable living. Unlike traditional art spaces, it's about real life, growing food, building shelters, and experimenting with alternative ways of living. Tiravanija's work is closely tied to the concept of relational aesthetics, a term coined by curator Nicolas Bourriaud in the 1990s. This approach describes artistic practices that focus on social interactions and relationships rather than producing objects. His impact on contemporary art has been widely recognized. In 2004, he received the Hugo Boss Prize from the Solomon R. Guggenheim Museum, one of the most prestigious awards in the field. He has also won the Benesse Prize from the Naoshima Contemporary Art Museum in Japan and the Lucilia Artist Award from the Smithsonian American Art Museum. Tiravanija is both an artist and a mentor. He works as a professor of visual arts at Columbia University, where he encourages students to push the limits of contemporary practice. His teaching emphasizes process over product, inspiring a new generation to see art as a means of engagement rather than just a commodity. In 2024, the Luma Foundation in Arles dedicated an entire show to his work, presenting key installations and emphasizing his enduring impact on contemporary art. Rirkrit Tiravanija's art challenges traditional notions by prioritizing experience and interaction over static objects. His work demonstrates that art can be a catalyst for community and dialogue, transforming ordinary activities into profound shared experiences. In an art world dominated by spectacle and commerce, Tiravanija's work is refreshingly human. Sometimes art isn't something to be admired from a distance. Sometimes it's sitting down, sharing a meal, and talking to a stranger. In 2024, the Luma Foundation in Arles dedicated an entire show to his work, presenting key installations and emphasizing his enduring impact on contemporary art. His work demonstrates that art can be a catalyst for community and dialogue, transforming ordinary activities into profound shared experiences. In an art world dominated by spectacle and commerce, Tiravanija's work is refreshingly human. If you're into artists who push boundaries, you're in the right place. Subscribe, give this video a like, and tell us in the comments what caught your eye and what didn't. Stick around for more fascinating finds in the art world. Thank you for watching.